Hey folks, how's it going? So, the end. Not the end of the campaign. The end of everything. You know, if you played 3rd edition, or it might have been 3.5, but you might remember a module called the Apocalypse Stone, where it's literally the end. It's the end of everything. As soon as the campaign begins, the world is ending. It's pretty much a giant reset button for your campaign. It's like, to fix everything. Players are too powerful, can't control them anymore. Apocalypse Stone. There's no winning. I got inspiration from that to create my own. And before I continue on with the story as to what exactly I'm holding here, I'm going to give a bit of backstory as to how I came to hold it. So, back to that original Pathfinder group that I like bragging about and talking about, the one that Steve's from, okay? So, that group at some points did aggravate the ever-living hell out of me. To the point that I purchased this journal. It's a very nice leather-bound journal. Got a nice texture to it. Got some really old pages. But, I purchased this and I decided I'm going to end the world. It pretty much became my end game. It is my way of destroying everything and crushing my players while giving them a chance to fight back in hopes that they might survive. But there is very little chance that they will. Now, like I said, I made this while I was angry. So, the 6 scenarios that I have in here are not meant to win. You're not meant to win. It's put it like that. Essentially, I took Cthulhu mythos, horror stuff, and brought it into the Pathfinder system at a level that I deemed necessary. And I wanted to bring this forward to you as, once again, a way of saying the end. Not when you end a campaign, not when you end a session. I mean the end. There's no re-rolling new characters to try again. There's no getting a new party together to try the same adventure. No, I mean, the DM has had enough of your shit, and it is time to end. You drop this onto the table, you wipe the party, you pack your shit, and you go home. That is what this is. Every DM has something similar to this. Even if they won't admit it, they have it. They have situations that they have prepared to end the party. As I said multiple times now, I made this when I was angry. I've never used it. Hope I never do. Because some of these things are nasty. And I don't really want to just crush my players. I don't find enjoyment in TPKing them. I don't find enjoyment of ruining their fun times. I don't find enjoyment in that. Yes, sometimes my players annoy the piss out of me. But I don't want to destroy them. Most of them. Screw you, Steve. So let's just look at a couple of these things. Here's one. So, a giant eye appears into the sky, shattering away the crystal blue sky as if it was panes of glass. The eye stares down. Your intellect plus your wisdom ability scores is now your sanity score. Intellect plus ability divided by 2 is now your sanity score. So if your intellect is 14, your wisdom is 12, your sanity would be 13. So that would be essentially a +1. Nope. Yeah, +1 a sanity score. And every time you encounter a creature that is from this eye or look up to this guy, you must make a sanity check. And your sanity cannot be brought back without a wish spell. or something of greater restoration. That is kind of how nasty it is. Now, I know that's kind of unfair, and driving your players crazy is frowned upon. But sometimes you really want to do it. I mean, you really want to do it. Like, they have driven you to the final straw to where you're like, Cthulhu with power armor. Or the Tarrasque with power armor. You know, you get to that point. And if you ever get to that point of aggravation with your players, stop. Take a deep breath in. Remember that it's a game for fun. Stop the game and talk with your players. Make sure you guys are on the same level. Make sure that you're on the same level, that you're all trying to have fun, and that there's something that's bothering you. Because without that communication, it's only going to get worse. And that communication is key. A DM and his players must always be communicating. It's not just, I tell you to do something, you do it, or I'm going to do this and you're going to let me do it. No, it's a constant communication. That's how it works. That's how a lot of things in life works. But it's important that you remember that as the DM, that you losing your temper can ruin the game for everyone. There's no need for that. So don't do like me and make 6 different ways of destroying your campaign and your players and the world that you built. Instead, hold a conversation. And if you guys don't get onto the same page, well, maybe the end is just fine. Or maybe taking a break for a little bit is also just fine. Don't let it ruin your happiness. Don't let it ruin you enjoying the game. That's about as much as I want to talk about today. Catch you guys next time.